And hello again, everyone. We're back for another edition of Jacket Vision here on TV 24. I'm Mickey Shadricks, joined by Oxford head coach Ryan Herring. The Yellow Jackets on Friday night picked up a region victory over Coleman by a final score of 38-14, improving to 4-0 overall and 2-0 in 6A Region 7 play. Coach, congratulations on the win. It was a great home atmosphere for you at Lamar Field, and all those region wins are extremely important when you pick one up.
Any win's a good win, but a region win is always a real good win. I thought the players played hard. We had a lot of weird things happen during the game, and the kids responded well and handled it well. So I'm very proud of them.
Well, you look at the game, it was another game that your defense played extremely well against them, and you ran the ball effectively with Titus and your running back. So I know that's a formula that as a coach you like to see. Good defense, run the football.
We always say it, if you can run the football and play good defense, you got a chance. And we kind of sputtered on offense a little bit. Abe went out, and the defense just kept playing hard and giving us the ball back. And that eventually paid off, and we finally got some stuff blocked up, and Titus broke free. And I think, the game kind of went the way we thought it was going to go, but it took a little longer than what we wanted it to take.
You mentioned your quarterback, Abe Peoples, going out with an injury, and your backup quarterback, a young kid, Trey Higgins, he came in. How'd you think he performed?
Well, he did great. He's a ninth grader. He had one big mistake that kind of gave him the ball on the 2-yard line, but other than that, being a ninth grader, I thought he did a great job.
Well, you mentioned some overcoming a lot of obstacles in the game. You had a lot of penalty issues in the first half that really negated some big plays for you. I know particularly you had one interception return for a touchdown that was called back. Talk about how you had to overcome that.
Yeah, we had an interception return for a touchdown they called back. We had a toss sweep that scored, they called back. Then we had another interception that got negated with a penalty. So, those kind of things can really sway momentum, and they can play with your head. But I thought our guys did an unbelievable job of just staying focused and keep playing, because sometimes those kind of things happen and officials make calls, and, that's just part of football. And our guys did a great job of responding the right way, so I was real proud of them.
And Coleman battled you pretty hard. They came out in the second half, and they fought hard. You had to earn this one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Defensively, they really played, I thought, a little faster than what they played on film. They played a little harder. Their middle linebacker did a great job. We had a hard time blocking him. And once we finally got him blocked in the second half, the run game opened up a lot more. But, they did a good job coming down here and playing hard defensively.
All right, we've got all the highlights coming up for you here on Jacket Vision. Stay with us. We'll be back with first half highlights of Oxford and Coleman. And the Yellow Jackets coming on the field at Lamar Field on a kind of a hot night for football, Coach. Coleman with the football to begin the highlights.
Well, Coleman had done a real good job on film of running screens, every type of screen you can imagine. And our defense really prepared all week for it and did a good job of stopping them. There's Titus Lindsay right there with a good run. Here's Abe right here on speed option, and Abe looks good right there. Looks like the old Abe. We thought he was going to be healthy, and then first quarter he hurts his elbow, but there he is right there getting around the corner. Good job blocking it up. Right here we've got Titus right here on the lead, and he ends up making about two guys miss and gets in the end zone. That's just how we draw it up right there, him to make some guys miss. But great job by him and great job blocking. Here's the defense again, running to the ball, getting two or more to the ball every play, and that's impressive. Right here, Janito Allen coming off a block, making a great tackle on a little flare screen. There's Abe right here. Dave Russell makes a diving catch, but when he does, he flips the ball, just gets kicked up in the air, and they get an interception. So we kind of put one in their hands right there. But we do a good job right here. They get some yards. That's one of the few times the running back has some positive yards. Right here, they go too vertical on us, and our cornerback doesn't get a jam. He runs free down the field and puts the safety in a bind. But I think we kind of got that corrected later on. Here's Brody coming off the edge. Good job right there by Jordan Swain, undercutting that receiver and taking it all the way back. When your offense is not playing well and the defense scores touchdowns, that always helps. And right now it's a tight game late in the second quarter. So our defense is really helping. There's Kendall McCollum coming up right there with a great tackle on jet sweep. He runs right through the guy. Here we are right here, just getting to the ball. D-line is causing havoc up there. Right here we run a little bootleg and we'll put Brody in at tight end. And Brody just makes a great play, makes the guy miss right here, then cuts it back across the grain right here. And we think he's going to get in, and it gets hawked down on about the 2-yard line. So we gave him a heck about that.
I bet he's heard about that all week.
But there he is. There's Titus getting in the end zone right there. You know, Coleman came to stop the run, and they did a pretty good job of it. Second half, we finally got them tired. But here's a good job right here, getting the quarterback out of the pocket. And we got to the quarterback a lot, and we hit him a lot, which was our goal before the game. We've got to stop the quarterback because he was a good athlete, had a good arm, and the defense really stepped up. You know, right there it's 21-7, but that 7 is coming off an INT. So what we've got to do is not hurt ourselves, throw interceptions, fumbles, and you know, that with the defense the way they're playing, that really will help us.
Yeah, you can see from the highlights your defense just continues to swarm to the football, and it's not just 1 or 2 guys, Coach. It's a load of Yellow Jackets getting there.
Yeah, you know, we're a lot faster on the defensive line this year than what we've been since I've been here, and you can see it. It's causing some errant throws and some quarterbacks to scramble and panic a lot. And when they start panicking and get out of their comfort zone, you see interceptions. So that's going to be the huge thing. Can we do that all year long? Can we get pressure on the quarterback with a 3-man rush? If we can, we got a chance. We got a chance.
All right, once again, Oxford with the lead at halftime, 21-7. We've got second half highlights coming up. As we go to break, here's a listen in to the Oxford High School Marching Band. And back on JacketVision, 21-7 as we head into the second half.
Well, I think we had such a good pass rush that they kind of went to just run the ball, and they weren't having success with that. So I think we kind of had them frustrated, you know, but we come out and get a good stop right there. Here we are back on offense, and we just have a mishap. It's a good snap. I thought it was a bad snap during the game, but it was a good snap. And then Trey kind of panicked right there. You know, what you got to do in a situation like that is you can give them 2, don't give them 7. You know, so we should have just taken a safety, but instead we end up giving them 7 out of it. Which, you know, you see 14, you think the defense gave them 14, but they really didn't. Here we are back running the ISO right at them. Good job by Titus. Good job getting on blocks right there. Here we go again. We got Ricky Cantrell in there now, and he kind of bounces outside. If he'd stayed outside right there, I think he may have broke it. We kind of get held to a field goal right here, but Zane Barbeo comes in and does a great job. And that gave us a little breathing room that we needed right there, up by 2 scores. Here's the big play right here, though. Titus takes about 95 yards right here, and I think this kind of broke their backs, this run right here. I thought he was going to get hawked, and he finally got by that last guy, but a great job blocking, a great job by Titus getting that thing. You know, that's probably close to a record if it's not one for a touchdown run. Here's the defense again, just causing problems, and they string that thing out. Finally comes out the cornerback, and he makes a good tackle. I think they kind of shanked the punt right here. Keon Fomba came off the edge, and that punter got a little worried. You know, and that's what a rush on punt will do for you sometimes. Here we are, play action off the toss, and hit Dave Russell wide open. That was a great throw by Trey, put it in there good. And of course, Dave's going to make it look hard always. That's just what we say about Dave. He makes the easiest catch look like the hardest, but great job. Good job again by the defense right here, spilling a little power run inside. here we are, Titus again. No, that's Cantrell back in there. And he may have broke it, but he ran right into the umpire right there. Here we go with the big fullback, big bruiser. I'd hate to have to tackle him. I really would. He is a load. We come back to him right here, and I think they kind of moved out of his way right there. Decided it'd be easier to tackle him from behind. But great job by Gabe. Gabe's doing an unbelievable job blocking, and then had him some good runs right there.
And there's your final score. Oxford wins at 38-14 over Coleman as the Yellow Jackets remain undefeated on the season at 4-0. Also undefeated in region play at 2-0. We'll be looking at those region standings a little bit later on in the program. Coach, we talk about the defense, and I tell you, watching some of those plays, there was some really just some incredible blocking by your offensive line. I know you got some really key guys up there, and how'd you feel about their play in this game overall?
Well, I thought second half we blocked a lot better than we did first half. And first half we blocked well. It'd be just one guy kind of messing up on an assignment, and it was just one guy every time that if we can get that guy blocked, we might break it or we got big runs. But I thought at halftime we went in and we didn't really not as much make adjustments. We just told people, hey, you got to get it done. This is what you're doing wrong. You got to get it done. And I thought they responded well. And of course, the defense just playing just good fundamental defense, but running to the ball. That's what I see looking at these highlights is guys running and getting to the ball, and that's what great defenses do.
And another thing you have to deal with each week, the way you started the season with those two big wins over Hillcrest and Gadsden City, and of course all the tradition at Oxford, you're going to kind of get everybody's best shot too. Yeah,
and I thought Coleman played a lot better, especially in that first half, than they had played on film. Played a lot faster, more aggressive on defense. And we'll go to Albertville this weekend. I'm sure we'll get a good shot out of them. But, hey, it's football. You don't want somebody's half effort anyway. You want the best shot, and you want to give your best shot, and that's just part of it.
All right, time now to take a look at the individual player awards from the Coleman game.
All right, this week we got Air Jacket, Brody Sire. That's the first time for Brody. He played one snap and got the Air Jacket award, so I'm sure that he's tickled over that. Racehorse, Titus Lindsay. Highest grade defensive line, Matthew Muncher. And Matthew Muncher and J-Rock Swain actually tied for that. Highest grade offensive line, Clay Webb. Special teams award, Zane Barbeo. Had some great kickoffs and a great field goal. Most hits, Kendall McCollum. Kendall was running around great Friday night, making tackles. Meanest jacket goes to Kendall also. Game breaker, Brody Sire. Brody had that big pass reception on the third down, and then he also had the pick six. He got called back, but he had a pick six. Takeaway, Jordan Swain. Jordan had a pick six and also had another interception. Hammer Award, two guys shared it. Gabe Webb, Keon Fomby. They both were laying the wood Friday night. Pride Award this week goes to Kobe Main. Kobe did a great job in practice, giving the first-string defense a great look, and just real proud of Kobe. Kobe's a kid that does it right and gives you his best effort every day. So it's great to have guys like Kobe on the football team.
And congratulations to all those young men for their awards this week. We've got another young man we're going to profile coming up in just a moment. Our player spotlight falls on senior safety Jordan Swain. We'll have that and a look ahead to this week's matchup with Albertville when we return on JacketVision. And we're back on JacketVision. Time now for our player spotlight. It falls this week on senior safety Jordan Swain, who had a pick six in the win over Coleman. Here's Chase Robinson.
Jordan Swain has been playing football since he was 5 years old. Now he finds himself at the safety position. Swain started out his high school playing career at Talladega County Central, which is a 1A school where his father was a coach. Now he's at 6A Oxford. But the transition was easy, but it's a totally different world.
Big change, faster pace in the game, bigger players, crowd, a lot of different, just atmosphere, just everything just changed different.
Jordan Swain has been a key defensive player for the Jackets this season at safety, which is one of those positions that you have to work hard to maintain. Swain told me what it takes to be a safety.
Studying plays more, getting out, working out, going hard in the weight room, talking to the coaches, going over plays, and just really being out here to make myself better and doing extra.
For Jacket Vision, I'm Chase Robinson.
All right, Coach, Jordan seems to have that good mix for you where he can come up and be physical and also quick enough to cover receivers.
Well, he is. He's been great in the weight room. Every day he works hard. I don't know if you can tell right there, but he is nothing but muscle. And always has a smile. Always has a smile on his face. Always works hard. Yes, sir, no, sir. Hates to let you down. just a great kid, great football player. Comes from a great home. That's why I win the games. He's one of the reasons, because you got guys like that. I can't sit here and say it has anything to do with coaching. He is a great kid with great character, and it's easy to win, easy to coach when you got kids like that on your team.
All right, Oxford stays in 6A Region 7 this week. Back on the road as the Yellow Jackets will travel to Albertville, who is 3-1 on the season, 1-1 in region play. They did lose to Coleman 31-9. They did defeat Brewer last week. And speaking of 6A Region 7, Coach, taking a look at those standings, you are at the top with a 2-0 region record, right where you want to be and where you want to stay. But I know you want to take it 1 week at a time, so talk about the matchup with Albertville this week. That's always a tough place to go play. Yeah,
Albertville's got some of the best officials that everybody tells us about every year. So, you got a 12th man's a big deal up there. But hopefully, I think it's a good matchup for us. I think we've got more team speed than they do, and generally we do have more team speed in Albertville. We just got to go up there and take care of the football, and just play like we can play, and we'll be okay. That's the main thing. Just take care of Oxford and play Oxford football, and we should go up there and have a good night.
Talk about schematically what you expect to see from them and kind of some of the keys to winning the football game.
Well, their offense is a lot like Coleman's. They're in a spread and trying to mix in a little run, a little pass. Defensively, they're running a lot of junk. They're bringing them from all over the place. So we got to watch out for negative plays and don't get in third and long situations is the main thing. We've got to if we see somebody rolled up and they're bringing extra off one side, Abe's going to have to check it away or check to a pass or something, just so we don't have negative plays. If we can stay away from negative plays, I think we'll be okay. But that's they're going to bring it from everywhere. So we've got to be sound. We got to be smart, and we just got to play the type defense that we can play, and we'll be okay.
And like we said earlier, you're going to get everybody's best shots. You're undefeated. You're at the top of the region. You're Oxford, and you're at their place. I'm sure getting off to a good start will be important for you this Friday night.
It will. I think if we can start off fast and come out and hit them and maybe get the ball in the end zone, I think that'll set the tone for the game. We go up there, and if we turn the ball over or we give up a cheap one on defense, that'll give them a lot of life, and it could be a tough four-quarter game. But if we just set the tone early, I like our chances this week.
All right, Coach, best of luck Friday night against Albertville.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us this week here on Jacket Vision. We'll have all the highlights of Oxford and Albertville next week right here. Hope to see you then.